So these are a bunch of accessories that I actually use with the Steam Deck. Let's get through each and one of them. Okay, so the Steam Deck is officially 1 year old, and I'm happy to tell you that I've been using this ever since I got it. So I'm really happy that the market is really crowded with all these accessories, and I got a bunch over here that I truly use. I made a video previously where I showed you different accessories that I have for the Steam Deck, but in today's video I want to show you only the ones that I use almost daily with a couple of exceptions, and we'll go through each and one of them. And I want to start off with something simple. I want to show you the cases that I usually use. For the past couple of weeks, I have been using this case over here. This is made by SUPCASE, and I have a full video right here on the channel, and I'll link it down below. But as I said, for the past couple of weeks, this is my go-to case because I really enjoy the ergonomics of this case. As you can see, it's pretty simple to install. It adds a bit of grip. I will not go into too many details because you can find the full video in the description. The idea is that I really like this case. It's a bit bulky, but I have big hands and I like the ergonomics. Then that's why for the past couple of weeks this was my go-to case. And I mentioned in the previous video that whenever I get a new accessory, I truly try to use it for a couple of weeks at least, just to see if it holds up to its name. And so far so good. This case I really recommend it if it's something that you like. I know the corners are exposed, so have that in mind, but for me it's not a big issue. I really enjoy this case. It also has a kickstand. Please make sure to check my full video where I review this case. But that is not the only case that I have been using. So another one that I really like is this one from JSAUX. It's not their latest one, it's not the mod case, and I am planning on getting my hands on that one, so stick around for that video. This is a simple case from JSAUX. It's quite thin, it's easy to install. I have featured this one in a video as well with a bunch of other JSAUX accessories, so make sure to check out that one. But as you can see, it covers the full Steam Deck. We got the kickstand on the back over here, which is something that I know some of you really want in a case. It adds a bit of grip over here on the corners. It has full protection, very clicky buttons. So it is a nice minimal case that I have been using a lot ever since I got it, and I usually go back and forth between this and a couple of other cases. If you're looking for a minimal case, this is something that I can recommend, but make sure to check out my full video about it. Another case that I really like, it's this TPU one over here. I don't even remember the name, but it is just something that I like. The design of it is pretty cool with this carbon feel, adds a lot of grip to it, and it covers the full Steam Deck. The installation is pretty easy. So there you go. It also has a full cover of the Steam Deck. The buttons, the clickiness, it's okay. We even have the Valve logo over here exposed. So overall, a really good case. So again, another good case that I really recommend. But there is another thing that I use with most of my cases, and that is this front plate cover that I bought with a really cheap case from AliExpress, but this is the only part that I'm using because I like to use this while traveling. As you can see, I don't have the official case over here in this video because I'm not really using it that much because it's pretty bulky, so whenever I'm traveling I try to avoid using it. So that's why when I'm traveling I use this front plate, and as you can see, the installation it's pretty easy. We have a full screen protection of the Steam Deck, so the joysticks are also not exposed anymore. It is something similar to the kill switch case from Dbrand, but is a lot cheaper. Alright, so next we have an accessory that I mostly use while traveling, and that's why I mostly use some earbuds because they're pretty minimalistic, and I have these old Samsung Galaxy Plus buds. These are some pretty minimalistic earbuds. They're really small, I can use them on an airplane, so that's why I really purpose these earbuds to use with my Steam Deck. Next we have a Bluetooth controller, and I featured this in a video as well. This is the Stadia Controller, which Google decided to kill off. I made a full video about connecting this controller to the Steam Deck because Google finally enabled the Bluetooth connectivity for this controller, and considering that I don't have a use for it anymore, I decided to pair it with my Steam Deck. So in this moment, this is my go-to combination whenever I'm needing of a controller to use with my Steam Deck. Usually I play my Steam Deck handheld mode, so I don't really need a controller, but there are a couple of cases where I needed the controller, so maybe when I'm playing on a big screen TV or whenever the Steam Deck is docked to a monitor, and I'm really enjoying using this controller with the Steam Deck. And talking about using the Steam Deck on a big screen TV, there are a bunch of ways on how to do that. You can use either a Type-C to HDMI cable directly and the Steam Deck will just play on the big screen TV, or you can use some Type-C adapters. I have featured a bunch of them in the past and I featured this one as well. So this is the JSAUX dock. I don't remember the full name, but I'll put it right here on the screen. This is a pretty packed dock. We have a USB-C for power, then we have an HDMI port, two USB 3.2 ports, and on the side we have a LAN cable, and we have a USB-C cable that will plug right into the Steam Deck port over here. This is a pretty good dock because you can just put the Steam Deck like that, and this is how usually it sits at home. But the nice feature about it, and again I have a full video about this one, but what you need to know is that this dock also has an M2 SSD inside, and this is a 1TB M2 SSD. I have SteamOS while handheld and Windows while docked. I can't recommend this combination enough. It's something that I'm really enjoying, and I have been using the Steam Deck with Windows for other things like web browsing or some basic editing. So it is a truly full-fledged PC. I really recommend this combination, so that's why this dock is one of my favorite accessories to have for the Steam Deck. And considering that I'm docking the Steam Deck and use it with a mouse and keyboard, we also need a mouse and keyboard. And my go-to keyboard, it's the Logitech MX Keys Mini. It's a really nice keyboard that I don't use only for the Steam Deck. It's something that I use also for editing, also for work. It's a minimal keyboard. I like the design, I like the typing experience on it, and the best thing about this keyboard is the possibility of connecting this to 3 different devices, Bluetooth or via a USB dongle. And in this moment I have this connected to my Mac Mini, which I use for editing these videos over here, to my work MacBook, and also to the Steam Deck. I really recommend this combination. And while we are on the same subject, I also use the MX Master 3S mouse. I really like the ergonomics of this mouse. I have been using older models, but this one is in a different league. I like the scroll, which is very silent, the click as well. But also a nice functionality is similar to the keyboard. I can switch between 3 different devices, and exactly how I did with the keyboard, the third button is mapped to this dongle over here. So with this combination I can have a full PC experience with the Steam Deck, either if it's the desktop mode that is natively on the Steam Deck, or if it's Windows, or it's just SteamOS in the gaming mode. You can use this however you want. So these 3 accessories over here probably are the most that I use with the Steam Deck, so I really recommend this combination. When I'm home I plug into this dock either the official charger or a JSAUX charger, but whenever I'm on the go I use something really small, which is this UGREEN charger over here. This is a 65-watt charger which has 2 USB-C ports and 1 regular USB-A. I usually use this very long cable, which is USB-C to USB-C, whenever I'm on the go, so I take this with me. It's not only for the Steam Deck, it's also for other devices that I use. So this is the charger that I always take with me, no matter what. Even if I do take the Steam Deck with me or something else, then I always take this charger because I can charge every device that I have with this one. Okay, so that's pretty much for all the accessories that I use almost daily. Let me know what other accessories are you using with your Steam Deck, if it's something that I'm probably missing on, if it's something that you really enjoy using with your Steam Deck and you can recommend it, then I'll make sure to check that accessory out as well. And let me know how you're enjoying your experience with the Steam Deck. Do you mostly use it handheld? Do you have other accessories that you cannot live without? I'm really curious how's your experience and how you actually use your Steam Deck. Let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to answer to each and one of you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for more content like this. Until next time, this is the Tech Unravel and I'll catch you in the next video.